And I'll click on any of the 26 days.
People yawn.
Every time their wife talks, I don't know, I think it's saying something.
They should just have like a stick with them printed out of my face.
I think I should just make a compilation.
After the 30-day challenge, all the times Danny fell out of the chair.
And all the times that you've yawned, it'll just be...
Don't.
Hi guys, and welcome to day 27.
Yep, we just recorded this whole thing elaborately and found out I wasn't wearing a microphone. So the enthusiasm is gone.
This is our Bible Talks where we read the Bible and we give you our take.
Yep.
Today we were in Leviticus 14, and it's a lengthy one again. But anyway, back to more laws.
And the precise way to be cleansed of certain things if you so happen to need it. Because that's the entire
So Danny will
book.
read you the notes that he came across and found interesting today.
Yep, so in general, in this book, my take from it is it's being intentional with God. And
Leviticus 14?
No, just Leviticus, because the entirety of the book is basically the same thing. It's being intentional with God.
It's different.
And offer life in a connecting way in which you seek to be cleansed or to be forgiven. If you have this is how you address it and maintain cleanliness, holiness,
priesthood,
whatever it may be. It's always, it's like pull out the book, there's a way to do this. And in this case, we start in Leviticus 14, which goes over leprosy and how to be cleansed. And the very first step of that is to have a priest sent to the suspected leper, the house of, or where they reside. And they'll examine sores, if their hair is turning white. And then if they determine that, yeah, this guy, he's got the bad stuff, the way to go about it in this specific set of steps is to bring 2 birds that should be, clean without defect. You kill one under or over running water. And then with the other bird that's still alive, you grasp it with cedar, hyssop, and what was the other one? Cedar, hyssop, and I think scarlet, yeah. And then you kind of dip it in the blood of the bird that was just sacrificed, and then you sprinkle that. I picture, what do? You just put your hands in that mix, or you just have the bird and you're just flinging the bird? Because anyway, and then at that point, that ritual is complete. You have this live bird that you basically manhandled and dunked and tossed around, thrown, and you just let him free into a field. And then at that point, you're sitting there, you have leprosy. You're like, wow, that was crazy. Then you are to wash all of your clothes, wash them all, shave your beard, your head, your eyebrows, everything. You're going to be just slick. And then after 7 days, you will tarry abroad with A, or tarry abroad, the tent of the camp, in which tarry means in Old English to linger, loiter, just waste time, wait. So you're just sitting there like, yeah, man, I'm clean. Gotta wait this out. Time pass, and day 8 comes around. This is the most holy part. You bring 2 he lambs, 1 ewe lamb, and this is for the trespass and offering and the sin offering.
And the trespass offering is the most holy, which I found interesting in the chapter, that one of the offerings could be more holy than the other. That ended up being the trespass offering. And then I thought it was funny, we briefly went over a wave offering in one of our last videos. A wave offering sounds so funny, but it's exactly what it sounds like. They wave the offering in front of the Lord. It's called a wave offering. I thought that was funny.
Picture taxi cab drivers. Okay.
During the trespass offering and the sin offering, there's a few steps during these offerings that you'll have to do, all including oil and where to place the oil and how to sprinkle it and where to touch it, and I don't know. Once you're done with those places, it kind of reminds me of the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
No, yeah.
We can look at it actually. The log of oil, and the priest shall wave for the wave offering, and he shall kill the lamb. The priest shall take some of the blood, put it upon the tip of the right ear of him that is to be cleansed, and upon the thumb of his right hand, and upon the great toe of his right foot. Okay, no, it's well,
No.
it's still linear. Anyway, thought that was cool. And when you're done with those placements of oil, you dump the whole thing of oil on the man's head, whoever is being cleaned, whoever's being cleansed.
Hopefully it's room temp oil.
And then, yeah, wow. And following that is you're literally doing all types of offerings. You're getting your burnt offering done. You're doing your meat offering. And if you're poor, you have options. It tells you
2 turtle doves.
You know, different birds, that you can use.
2 pigeons.
And then into the laws of cleansing of a house that has leprosy. You need like a bird, the hyssop, a scarlet, and make an atonement for it. All in all, the chapter, I love when this happens, ends with a summarization of what they talked about. And it says, this is the law of the plague of leprosy, scald, leprosy of a garment, and the house. Teach it when it is unclean, and teach when it is clean. And that's what they went over. Something that I found interesting before we end this video was the idea that a house could have leprosy. And I was confused, like, is it talking about, earlier you said, does the man who had leprosy lived in this house?
Yeah,
it was just like cleansing the house from him living there. Yeah,
you're trying to make it clean again so it can be inhabited.
But I went to the NIV version and it's talking about the same verses as if the house had mold. And so a moldy house is like a leper house. Yeah. Which was an interesting take. Again, I feel like the NIV is very base value, and there's a reason why these words were chosen by God, and I find it important to have an understanding to the best of my ability, as close to the original text as can be.
Yeah, context is everything, and understanding the time that they lived in too. And I'm glad we're doing this. Bye.
Bye.